With the knees bent, step the feet wide and let the knees knock in toward one another. As you root down through the pelvis.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay. I'm going to do music elsewhere. Can you hear me now? Can someone let me know if they can hear me?
I can hear you fine the whole time.
Okay. All right. Can you hear any semblance of music in the background?
We can hear the music.
Okay.
It's kind of, the music's going in and out.
Okay.
I can hear you perfectly fine.
Is the music in and out distracting? Because I can turn it all the way down so y'all can hear it at all.
That would be better.
Okay. I'll have it just in the back of my... All right. Is that better?
Yes, sound is much better.
Okay. Someday I'll figure all this out. Thank you guys for being patient. So draw the knees together. Let the feet go wider than the mat. Just let the hips have a chance to sink internally. Just drawn toward one another. As you root through the pelvic rim, feel your sacrum pressing into the earth. Feel the backside ribs, shoulder blades. Feel the neck lifting from the earth and the head rooting into the earth. Invite the arms to melt. Maybe the fingers spread so that each finger and the pads of the palm have a chance to connect with the earth. Take a moment to feel the solidity of your presence. Feel the reality of this moment. If you notice that you're carrying any heavy thoughts of things that have happened in your past, you're starting to worry and carry the burden of planning or fretting about what's happening in the future, just try to separate those thoughts from this moment and be present for what truly is happening right here and now. It said that the present moment is the only moment with a legitimate claim on reality. So let this be the moment that captures your attention, that excites you, that makes you curious. Feel the way the body breathes into the earth. And either keep your knees as they are or begin to bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees open up. If that is too much on the hips, then just step the feet wide and widen the knees to match. Focus on the rhythm of breath. Feel the way the soft breath opens up space in the body, expanding into the belly, expanding the rib cage, letting the heart space shine. And as you exhale, it's an invitation to let go, an invitation to start new and fresh. It's also an invitation to sink deeper into the earth, feeling your connection to what we are created from. If you'd like, start to rub the hands together, warming up the pads of the hands. And place those hands anywhere upon the body that needs some loving attention today. Maybe something in the physical body is healing. Maybe there's some emotional scars left somewhere. As you root down into this space, begin to set your intention for the practice. I I've never before set an intention to Nirvana booming in my ears. It was the first time for everything. My intention is to have some fun today, to be present for the joy that abounds. I'd love for you to say your intention out loud. Really hear yourself owning it so that it fills up your space, holds you accountable as a tether for your attention in case other thoughts try to hijack your mind. You can even at any point during the practice type your intention into the comments box, and we are happy to affirm it, sending it out into the universe. Take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 2 more, big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Last one, breathe in. Let it all go. Release the hands if the knees are open. Open up the arms into a T. Let the knees drift off to the right side for an early spinal twist. The right hand can invite the knees down. Make sure both shoulders stay connected to the earth. Maybe the head turns over the left shoulder. Letting the breath explore the shape, getting into the crevices that are feeling constrained right now in the twist. Take one more breath. Beautiful. Release the bind. Let the knees drift up through center. Keep driving the sacrum in the earth. And the knees will come over to the left. Gaze over the right shoulder. So you hear me talk a lot about breathing into the spaces of the body. And anatomically, obviously, the air is what we breathe in and out of our lungs. But the breath is how the entire body responds. The oxygen fills up all the cells of the entire body. So we can breathe into our legs and we can breathe into our hips. It's a conscious direction of energy. One more breath. Beautiful. Slowly start to roll up. We're going to come into a little rock and roll motion, just igniting the core energy a little bit. Rock up onto your sit bones and then roll back onto your shoulder blades. Do this a few times. Oh, we got some Backstreet Boys on. I can't take it. I wish there was some way for me to make this really loud for you guys to hear it. I'm going to try again. I'm going to move the, let me know if that interferes with my sound and I'll turn it off. I'm just trying really hard to expose you to this. All right, let's do a little boy band flow. Inhale, lift the arms, open up. As you exhale, actually, let's try this. We're gonna open the arms, open the heart. Exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest. We're in a seated position. Inhale. Kind of lose my mind when the Backstreet Boys come on. Exhale. Doing our seated cow and cat, articulating into the spine. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Big breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale. Back up to center. Let's start to find some lateral flexion in the spine. Inhale. Reach over to your right. Back through center. Over to your left. I'm trusting someone will come on and let me know if they can't hear me. Keep moving back and forth. Nice. One more on each side. Beautiful. Come back into center. Big shoulder rolls. You can move forwards, you can move backwards. We'll move in both directions. You can get the arms involved. Again, exaggerate the movement. You can even articulate into the spine. Nice. Take one more big breath. Beautiful. Come onto your hands and knees, finding your table position. Good. From your hands and knees, start to move through your kneeling cat-cow. Drop the belly. Press the earth away, round. Inhale, sink the belly to the earth. Exhale, lift and round. 2 more. Nice. From here, we're going to find a little flourish. So rise all the way up onto the knees. And as you exhale, bow down. Child's pose. Inhale, rise up. Just giving our reverence to the Backstreet Boys here. 2 more. If this is too much on your knees, just stay in child's pose. Take some movement in your child. Last one. Stay right here. We're going to interlace fingers behind the back. Draw the fists down and away. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart up to the sky. In that way. Oh yeah. Got our Pearl Jam on for the Pearl Jam lovers in the house. Take one more big breath. Beautiful. Release the bind. Curl the toes under. Downward facing dog. Pedal out those heels. Take your dog for a little walk. Waking up the legs. Wake up the shoulders. Nice. We're going to float forward into a high plank. Measure out so your shoulders stack over your wrists. Then exhale back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Nice strong body here. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more. Awaken the energy of your body here, guys. Exhale. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale, float forward. Back to downward facing dog. This time, come forward. Release your left knee. Open the right arm. Spin into your supported side plank. Take a big breath in. Reach the arm overhead. Opening the right side body. Back up to your supported side plank. Spin down. Back to high plank. Back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward, high plank. Release the right knee. Spin open, side plank to the left side. Reach the arm overhead. Back to supported side plank. Release the hand down. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. We're going to move a little faster. Inhale, forward. Release the knee. Open up side plank to the right. Inhale, arm reaches overhead. Back to side plank. Back to high plank. Release the right knee. Open up to the left. Reach forward. Stack the joints. Back to high plank. 1 more on each side. Keep the core fully engaged. Press the earth away from you. Create space in the body with the stretches and the breath. Beautiful. Right side roots, left arm rises. Woo. Beautiful. We're going to come back into high plank. From high plank, drop both knees, bend the elbows, lower chaturanga. Inhale, press into the earth, baby cobra. Exhale, melt back down. 2 more cobras, feeling the shoulders release away from the ears. The elbows point back toward the heels rather than flare out. Keep them tight to the body. Inhale, right here, cobra for 2 breaths. 1 more breath. Hips to heels, child's pose. Still alive. Take some rest here in your child's pose. Yes, beautiful. I'm stripping out of I'm stripping out of this flannel. I don't know how grunge people wore this flannel 24/7, 365. It's warm, man. Take another breath in, connecting with your intention and your presence. And then slowly start to shift back through table position, making your way back to your downward facing dog. Inviting the hips high, the heels low. Let's start to flow. Look to the front of the mat, either step or hop, feet to hands. Rise up, reach up, stand tall and proud. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, hands to shins. Plant your hands, step back or hop back. Hopping would land you with your chaturanga. Stepping back into your high plank. Lower down with control. Inhale, invite the heart to rise and shine. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, look to the front, bend the knees, step or hop, arriving, feet to hands. Rise up, reach up. Open up the arms, let the heart dive you back down to the earth. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop. Take your vinyasa flow and let it work for you. Let it be your way. Big breath in. Full breath out. One big inhale. Let the breath go. Oh my goodness, it's Brittany! I can't take it. Let's pedal out those heels. Woo! Pedal. Pedal. Do your best little Brittany booty shake here. Take another breath. On the inhale, come to stillness. On the next breath, right leg rises. Step the right foot between the hands. High crescent lunge. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, bow down. Interlace the fingers once again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Gaze down at that big toe. And keep sinking low into that lunge. Really feel the engagement through the muscles. Maybe you bounce a little bit. Take a big breath. Rise up. We're going to melt that left heel down and come over into a skandasana. And I challenge you to keep your hands bound for this. So you're really challenging your balance. Flexing into that right foot. Open up through the hip. Release the bind if you need your hands. Take another big breath. And then right here, see if you can press back into that left foot. Turn both feet to face the front into a pyramid. Legs are straight. Bow down, hinging at the hips. We're still binding, but if the bind at any point doesn't serve you, let it go. Breathe in. Let it go. Release the bind, step forward, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, swan dive down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, take your flow. Again, you're always welcome to hop. Shoot those legs back, land in chaturanga. Inhale, press the earth away. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more breath. Feel free to pedal out again. Woo! I love this song. It's embarrassing to say that, but I really do. I hope you're liking it too, if you can hear it. Inhale, left leg high. Step the left foot through. Rise into high crescent lunge. So you want to stack that left knee over the hip, over the ankle. Really firm up. Press that hamstring back and the heel back. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float. One more before binding and bowing. Come on down. You can take any kind of bind. Maybe weave the fingers together in a different way. Or take opposite elbows or reverse namaste. Gaze down towards your left big toe. Sink the hips low. Where can you invite a little more heat to the body here? Take another big breath. Rise. Start start to melt the right heel down. Whoop, there it is. I told you, the sound, we're in Skandasana, over to the right side, extend through the left leg. The playlist of the 90s was all over the place. Squeezing. Breathe, one more breath. See if you can press into the feet. That's a biggie one right there. Rotate both feet to the front, coming into your 2 lanes of traffic for your pyramid pose. Lengthen through the spine, big breath. Exhale, bow. You still have the bind if the bind works for you, otherwise let it go. Keep drawing the left hip back, right hip forward. Take another breath. Then release, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, take your flow. Maybe you, again, step, hop, however you want to arrive. Back to downward facing dog. Notice where you're feeling alive in your body right here. Back to our Pearl Jam. Where do you feel alive? Breathe. This one's hard to keep still with too. You can't hear it. Whoop, there it is. Take a breath in. Let a breath go. Let's add on to that. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step the right foot through. We're going to rise up high, crescent lunge. As you exhale, bow down. We're going to stay right here as we peel the left heel down. Come over into our Skandasana. Then we're going to reach back toward the front into a pyramid pose. Legs are straight. Big breath in. Exhale, bow down. From here, we're going to bring the hands to frame the right foot, shifting into that foot, coming into a standing split. You can wrap the hands around the ankle if you'd like to challenge your balance. Keep drawing your nose towards your knee and make sure that lifted leg is fully engaged. Squeeze the muscles to the bones. Take a big breath in. Let a breath out. Press into that right foot. We're going to come to a standing position, a stork pose, with that left leg lifted. If you want, you can take a bind. And I feel like we need to do something like this. I don't know why, but I feel like this is like a dance move. I think my kids would disagree, but if you want to hop around a little bit, get your cardio going, feel free to take advantage of that opportunity. All right. Otherwise, stay right here. Maybe you find a little balance by shaking that leg. Take another breath. We're just having fun. You won't find this in any yoga texts. And release down. Just looking to balance and strengthen that standing leg, the hip stabilizers of that standing leg. Come to the top of the mat. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands, go through your flow. Take your time through those shapes. Honor each one for what it offers. Woo! Living la vida loca. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. On the inhale, left heel rises. Exhale, left foot steps through, high crescent. Ricky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, float down. Stay nice and low. We're going to melt into Skandasana over to the right. So flex through the left foot. And then right there, press back into those hips. Turn the toes forward, 2 lanes of traffic, pyramid pose. Inhale to extend. Exhale, bow. Take a breath. Shift into the left foot, standing split. Outside, inside out. We're going to lift into that right leg. It's fully flexed, fully engaged. Maybe you take binds. Maybe if you're working on your handstand practice, you root your hands down here, do little kick-ups. Keep drawing your nose toward your knee. Totally loca here, upside down. And then slowly press into that left foot. We're going to rise up. We can get as loca as we want here. Get a little loca. It's Thursday, guys. It's Friday Eve. Maybe you do your little jumps. Just have some fun, laugh, giggle, get that heart rate up so that the blood circulates nice and freshly through the body. Take 2 more breaths. Challenge yourself in some way. Woo! And release. Come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant your hands, step or hop back. Take your Vinyasa flow. Inhale. Back to downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more big breath. On the inhale, we're going to get our heart moving just a little bit more here. But if this is too much for you, feel free to stay in one of these shapes or the other. On the inhale, look to the front of the mat. We're going to hop our feet so they land outside the pinkies, coming into a Malasana squat. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, lower back down. Plant the hands and either hop back or step back. Go through a flow. It's kind of like a little yoga burpee, I'm not going to lie. Back to downward facing dog. We're going to do 4 more of those. So if it's not your jam, find something that is your jam. On the inhale, look forward. Take a hop, feet to hands. Malasana. Inhale, press in, rise up. Exhale, squat back down. Root the hands, either step or hop back. Go through your flow. You can also add a crow pose here. I'll show you how to do that. If you're up for it, we were working on that the other day. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Inhale, forward, hop, feet to hands. So from Malasana, if you bring the toe mounts together, you can bring the knees right up to the triceps and come into your crow pose. From your crow pose, you can shoot back, go through a flow. I can't do it and talk at the same time. I need to breathe. Yes. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. I believe we have 2 more. Good vibrations, mock and mock on. On the inhale, look to the front of the mat, hop, Malasana. If you are not crowing, rise up. Exhale, sink back down. Plant the palms. You can also do your crow right here. And then shoot back. You guys are awesome. We're going to do 1 more. Wherever you are is where you belong, so no expectations. Look to the front of the mat, step or hop. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, melt back down. These Red Hot Chili Pepper concert teams don't make very good yoga clothes. Shoot. Nice. Drop down to your knees. Sink your hips to your heels. Find those good vibrations in a child's pose. Notice the qualities of your breath here. Grab a little sip of drinking some green tea this morning. So very cliche, but it's true. Feel the breath. Find your balance. Noticing if one side of the breath was trying to hijack this space and the time and try to even out the breath. Maybe you bring that Samavriti breath back in and actually count. Consciously leveling the inhales and exhales. Both are full. Both are nourishing the spaces of the body that are working hard right now. 2 more breaths. Invite the energy of intention into your mind. Beautiful. From here, we're going to make our way back to downward facing dog. So maybe floating through table, lifting the knees to hover, chest to thighs, melt the heels down and the tailbone up. Big breath. Let the breath go. 1 more big inhale. And release. On the next breath, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, step or hop, feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Bring the hands right to your heart. All right, we're going to come back into that stork shape, moving through a little flow here. So press into your left foot. We're going to bring the right knee up toward our chest. As you exhale, we're going to find a warrior three. Inhale, back up, and open the leg to the front. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, always back to stork. Exhale, press that heel out in front. Two more. Inhale. Feel free to use the wall to help you find some stability. Let your gaze be steady on one spot. Your drishti really helps with the balance. Nice. Beautiful. From here, we're going to press back into warrior three. Float the hands back down into our standing split. And then bend into the right knee. Draw the right knee behind the left. Come all the way down to the earth into a cow face shape. So let me face you. So your left leg is crossed over your right. If you have really tight, really sore hips, this may not be accessible to you. So lots of things you can do. One of which is to grab a pillow cushion, slide it right here between the knees. Another is to try to stack your fire logs. And of course, the third option is Baddha Konasana. So we're just doing something that will help you open your hips. Okay. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear? We're being still for Macarena. All right, so we're going to take a full cow face. So we're going to get into those shoulders a little bit more. This is really good for those of you who are working on computers all day long or hunched over your kids homeschooling. It helps to open up this shoulder girdle, create some space across the front body. So lift that left arm, bend the arm, bringing the fingertips between the shoulder blades. That right arm is going to come up and try to meet your fingers, but it's okay if you don't. You can hold on to your shirt, or if you have a towel or a strap nearby, feel free to use that. Take a big breath in, lifting through the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale. Macarena. Nice. Come on back up. Keep hinging forward. Last one, we're creating space. So right here, we can come into our deepest expression. This is a party mix version. Keep breathing into the tightness of those hips. It is so grateful for your attention. Take another breath. Macarena. Come on back up. Keep the legs for now. We're going to uncross those arms. Woo! Take a big breath in. We're going to twist over to your right. So notice where you can lift up a little bit more through the spinal column and then find more space to twist. It helps encourage the deep breath. Inhale back to center. We're going to twist over to your left. Nice. One more breath. Come back into center. Take a big breath in. Bring your hands to your heart. Your challenge today, on this wonderful Thursday, is to come back to a standing position at the top of your mat without using your hands. All right, you got it. So what can you do without using your hands, just using your body, using your concentration? Nice. You guys are pros at that. We're going to come back to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow down. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands. Go through your Vinyasa flow. I have a feeling the boys of Nirvana would be very displeased knowing they're sharing a playlist with Macarena, the party version. Big breath in. Full breath out. On the inhale, look to the front of the mat, bend the knees, step or hop, arrive, feet to hands. Rise all the way up. Bring hands to heart. Reestablish your solidity, your presence, your balance. We'll take that flow on the other side. When you're ready, you're rooting into your right foot. Left knee rises up, standing up tall through the spine. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, press back with control for your warrior three. Inhale. Oh, got a little Billy Ray on. Exhale, press forward. Inhale. Exhale, press behind you, keeping that leg that is lifted, fully engaged, really feeling the musculature. Moving with breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. You are in control. You are present for yourself. One more big breath in. Full breath out. Back to front. Just don't forget on the spine. Come on back to center. Right here, press into your strong warrior three. Melt the hands down to the earth, standing split. Then bend the left knee, draw the left behind the right. Come on down into that woven leg pattern for your Gomukhasana. I'm going to come to the other side. Your right is over your left. Again, notice that this side will feel different. Honor that. Be present for that for just a moment before you start to move. Maybe use something to help support the connection, or find another shape that is better for your body. That is the practice right there. Just tuning in, making adjustments. So we're going to lift that right arm, bend the elbow, letting the fingers drift between the shoulder blades. Left arm will come up from underneath, looking for a connection. It may not be there, and that's totally cool. Just finding some openness in the shoulders. Take a big breath in as you lift. Exhale, slightly bow. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Breathe in. Melt forward. Last one. Biggest breath. Send all that breath to your hips as you bow and surrender here in your cow face pose. This is one of those shapes I used to avoid when I first started practicing yoga about 14 years ago, 15 years ago. And my teacher always said, the one you avoid is the one you needed most. I'm not going to lie, I want to smack her. But now I'm more yogic. And I appreciate those words more than ever. It is truly a thing. Take another breath. Beautiful. Come on up. Release those arms. Woo! As you inhale, lift up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Invite the gaze to float over the left shoulder. That helps you go a little bit deeper in the twist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Beautiful. One more breath. Oh, my favorite STP song of all time. Interstate Love Song. Come on back to center. This time you're going to bring your hands behind you. You can take opposite elbows. Bind so that you're not tempted to use them. And you're going to find a different way to arrive to standing without using your arms or your hands. So try to do something different. It's fun to give yourself some physical challenges like that because it truly brings you into this moment. Can't think of anything else. For just that moment, you're finding freedom from everything else that's been heavily weighing on your mind. Just there for yourself to have some fun. All right, we're at the top of the mat. Take a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, flat back. Plant the hands. Take a Vinyasa flow if you'd like, or meet right back in downward facing dog. Nice. From here, start to shift forward. Find your high plank. Bring the toe mounds and the heels together. We're going to roll into a full plank. So the heels are going to go to the left. Root down into your left arm. Make sure your left shoulder is stacked over the wrist. Reach that right arm up. Press the earth away. Modify as needed. Amplify as desired. Take 2 more big breaths. You guys look awesome out there. Take 1 more big breath. So at the same time that we're going to bring that right hand down, we're going to step our right foot up outside of our right pinky toe. You ready for this? Lift it and step it. Yes. Kind of like that malasana that we had, but just on one side for a lizard lunge. So right foot outside of right pinky, release the left knee down. You can even come down onto your left forearm if your wrist is screaming and get into that right side hip. Maybe you sink down into the left hip flexor, press that right knee open. Try not to collapse in your left shoulder. Keep press that earth away. If you want to take a Vinyasa here, your flying lizard, you can weave the right arm underneath the right leg, stacking your thigh on top of your chaturanga arm. Start extending the leg and flying. Just an option. There's always somewhere to go. I'm going to take 3 more breaths wherever you are. Really savor this hip opener. Beautiful. If you are on your left forearm, we're going to come back into a table position, 3-legged table, a little DMB going on here. So take a little movement into the right side hip. I want to know what your favorite Dave Matthews song was. So many to choose among. And then we're going to come back into our downward facing dog. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. Inhale forward to high plank. We're going to come into our Vashisthasana side plank. So rolling over to your right palm, heels kiss as the left side stacks over the right. Lift and press. Really feel the engagement of that right side oblique. Left hip lifting. Modify, amplify, be present. 3 more breaths. You guys are so strong. 1 more breath. All right, remember, we're stepping the left foot outside the left pinky as soon as we drop that left hand down. Yes, creating space for our lizard lunge. So same thing, you can stay like this, you can drop the knee, you can come onto your forearms, you can take your Vinyasa, flying lizard. So many things you can do here, so just explore. I'm going to come up and peek at what y'all are doing. So many choices. Yes. Yes, keep pressing the earth away, soften into your neck, relax your jaw. You guys rock. Take 2 more breaths. Nice. We're going to step back with that left foot, back to high plank. Drop the knees. Make circles into your left side hip. All right, from here, 1 final Vinyasa flow of the practice. If you'd like to take it, nice strong high plank, lower down chaturanga, just for fun. Press back up to high plank, lower back down chaturanga. Open up your heart. Stay in this heart opener extra long. You can just bathe yourself with love. Take 1 more big breath. Nice. Drop the knees. Child's pose. Bring those hands around. You can lay the backs of the hands on the earth and tap your wrists by your ankles. Take another big breath. Start working into the slow jams of the 90s here. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. I had to skip over Alanis Morissette, Ace of Base, Blind Melon, and Mariah Carey, by the way. So make sure you give them some justice and listen to the Spotify playlist that I posted. Come on to a seated position.
Erin, it's Leslie. I have to drop off for a call. Thank you, though.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
From the seated position, we're going to roll onto our backs. Coming back to that position where we started. So bring your feet nice and wide. Tuck the knees in together. And this time we're going to lift our arms over our head, taking opposite elbows in our palms. You can let the knees slowly drift from side to side. Naturally, as we wind down our practice, we're playing closing time. And right here, let the knees drift off to the right. You can even take that right foot, stack it over the left thigh like a figure 4. Use the ankle to press down a little bit. Get deeper into the left side hip flexor. Make sure the breath is deep. On the next inhale, release the bind. Keep arms as they are, but let the knees tick-tock back and forth again. You feel really nice into your lower back. Let the knees drift off to the left. Your right hip will be lifted. Feel free to cross the left foot over the right thigh, just for a little assist here to go deeper. Come on back to center. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe you're in the mood for an inversion, getting upside down by sticking the legs up toward the sky. Maybe you have a shoulder stand. Maybe you want to play around with a little bit of core work. Take about 10 breaths, doing something that feels good to you right now. Maybe it's a bridge pose. Maybe it's back to your hip opening Supta Baddha Konasana. Maybe it doesn't even have a Sanskrit name. It just feels good, so you want to do it. Do it. Be present for yourself. 6 more breaths. Four more breaths. Two more breaths. Take your last breath in your shape. Find any counter shapes that your body needs to recover from whatever you've just done. And then draw your knees in towards your chest. It's that moment in the practice where we thank ourselves for carving out this time, for being present, for giving ourselves some care. It helps us be stronger throughout our day. It helps us be more present for those whom we may be caring for. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, let the body go. Completely relax. As I play for you what seemed to be, in many searches, the #1 song of the 90s, believe it or not. So enjoy Shavasana, song written by Prince, performed by Sinead O'Connor. This goes out to you all. You took your love away. I go every night and sing.
your love. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whoever I choose. I can eat my dinner in a fancy restaurant, but nothing, I said nothing can take away this love. 'Cause nothing compares to you. It's still so lonely, don't you believe it? Like a bird without a song. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? I put my arms around every boy I see. You only got me. Went to the doctor, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, girl, you better try to help one little man. What you do? Well, he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares to you.
Truly nothing compares to you. You had so many choices about what you could have done this morning. So many choices about how to spend your time. Choices about where to let your mind rest, what thoughts to hold on to, what to preoccupy yourself with. And you made the choice to practice yoga with us today. We are so incredibly grateful for your presence, for the energy that you offered. It is captured in a little 2x2 on the screen, but it is overwhelmingly obvious how brightly you shine. Take a big breath in. Let a breath go. With the next breath, start to stretch the body. Start to move and awaken the senses. Start to roll over to one side. To that very familiar position. It's the very first position your body knew, the position of new beginnings, rebirth, rejuvenation, renewal. This is where it all begins, the rest of your life. You carry the spirit of the 90s with you into your day. A little grunge, a little hip hop, a little boy band, whatever it is that excites you. Find joy wherever you can. Reminisce about the good old days. Start to rise up to a comfortable seat. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Know that the love in me, the light that shines within, sees and honors the love and the light that glows so brightly within each of you. Namaste. Thank you guys so much. Again, my name is Erin. I own Eat Yoga Drink. Give a check to see other Eat Yoga Drink classes I'm teaching, eatyogadrink.com. Tonight is a, pardon the noise there. Tonight is a special class. It's Thursday, 5 o'clock. If you want to practice again, it's a happy hour class sponsored by the Crystal City Business Improvement District, and they've offered through the local Crystal City Wine Shop for anyone who's local. There's a coupon code that's sent to you upon registering. It's totally free. Everything's free. The wine's not free, but the registration's free. And once you register, you'll get a link to a coupon code for the Crystal City Wine Shop so you can stock up before class. So Thank you guys so much for practicing with us today. If you would like to, have a chat right now, you're welcome to open up your